Stamford Bridge Stadium attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors and football fans from across the world every year. Home to Chelsea FC, it's one of the busiest sporting venues in the UK. Do 40,000 football fans visiting on a fortnightly basis add or subtract from the local economy? How do you evaluate the economic benefits and the intangible influence of a major sporting event? Can a point of interest become so popular that it causes conflicts between locals and visitors? To answer these questions, we analyzed 5 months of big data involving people's digital footprints in the London borough of Hammersmith and Fulham. There were 24 football events at Stamford Bridge during the study period. We divided the activity data into non-match and match day types in order to compare the area's performance. Both geography and time of day were considered. We used the distribution of social media users to understand the area's usage patterns, users' positive and negative emotions associated with places, and local businesses' locations and working hours to understand what attracts people in the town center. This data was injected into Chronotope, a visual analytics software built by Habitatum. Regular non-match day activity is shown in blue. The Fulham area is vibrant throughout the day, from early morning, 7 a.m., up until midnight. Fulham Broadway Station and Shopping Centre is the key hotspot of activity, with North End Road and Fulham Road as other popular locations for visitors. Football matches appear to only attract fans to the stadium and repel residents and other visitors from the surroundings. Match day activity is shown in purple and is largely sporadic. At North End Road and Fulham Road, activity is sparse when compared with non-match day activity. Are local businesses losing out? We investigated local businesses in retail, food, and art and leisure services to understand how they fared on match days. What are the other points of interest on match days? Most of non-football related activity on match days occurs at predominantly tourist-associated points of interest, including Design Centre Chelsea Harbour, Eventim Apollo, and Olympia London, with very little activity around retail and services businesses. In both cases, it's evident that local communities were avoiding town centres on match days. We also conducted a sentiments analysis to understand how residents and visitors were interacting and reacting to the town centre, and whether the drop-in activity on match days was due to the events at the stadium or a lack of offer of local businesses. Passionate opinions were observed in overcrowded areas, including transport hubs and points of interest. Fulham Broadway Station and the stadium were understandable bottlenecks of activity. By separating sentiments into positive and negative, we can understand both affections and concerns of visitors. The low level of negative sentiments and wide geography of positive sentiments around the area indicate the overall high satisfaction with the urban fabric. There's also a strong correlation between positive sentiments and the location and time of residents' regular activity. What's more, they're observed during the same hours and locations as local businesses, indicating satisfaction with the local offer. This snapshot analysis has provided some insight into the effects of sporting events on the local economy in Hammersmith and Fulham. So far, the analysis shows a negative impact, with the usually vibrant streets becoming less popular for the residents and usual visitors. With smaller dwell times, it can also be assumed that businesses are losing money during events. With the additional analysis of mobile phone and bank transaction data, both the local authority and local businesses can understand the full effects of match days on the area and make subsequent plans to help the local economy benefit. Visualizing spontaneous urban data through Habitatum Chronotope helps identify the hidden patterns of communities' coexistence and find possible solutions for the emerging conflicts. Smart urban management is pioneering the use of these trends and patterns in a placemaking and economic development context. Prepared by Habitatum and Smart Urban Management.